This is WFYI News Now. It's October 30th, and I'm Abriana Herron. On today's show, delivery robots make their way into hospitals. The National Future Farmers of America Convention and Expo will remain in Indianapolis through 2040. And Indiana stops giving new child care vouchers last year amid a funding shortfall.
We are going to make sure that every voucher that we as an office enroll in the future that we can fund for as long as that family needs that voucher.
Those stories coming up, but first. As communities across Indiana gear up for a spooky Halloween, the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department has a few recommendations to make the day as safe as it is fun. Jeremy Rubin has more.
A number of the police department's tips have to do with costumes, like making sure face masks don't obscure vision and ensuring clothing is light-colored or partially reflective. Another tip is to carry flashlights if trick-or-treating extends beyond daylight hours. For those not going door-to-door on Halloween night, IMPD advises motorists to slow down and be extra aware of their surroundings. They also tell people passing out goodies to only give out wrapped or packaged treats. To see a list of official trick-or-treat hours for communities around central Indiana, visit our website. I'm Jeremy Rubin.
Delivery robots, similar to the ones you might have seen taking food around town, are making their way into hospitals. Instead of burritos, these robots can help transfer medicine, IV bags, and patient samples. Hancock Regional Hospital in Greenfield has unveiled a robot of its own, which they hope will reduce staff workloads. Ben Thorpe has more.
In a brief demonstration, the robot struggled to remove a container hospital staff left in a safe storage unit. Go ahead, open the door. The robot was eventually able to take the container on a 10-minute ride across the hospital. Hancock Health President and CEO Steve Long says the 2-year pilot program is in its early stage, but says one day robots like this one will do the jobs of hospital staff.
I mean, it's 10 minutes to get there and back. A person can walk there in 2. But the fact is that this doesn't need a person on either end, right? So it can eliminate the person that has to be in that process.
Long says autonomous robots like the one the hospital has installed will eventually help meet the needs of an aging population. I'm Ben Thorpe.
The National Future Farmers of America Convention and Expo will remain in Indianapolis through 2040. The announcement was made Tuesday during the kickoff event for the 98th convention. The annual FFA event draws in thousands of students with their blue corduroy jackets to the Indiana Convention Center for several days of speakers, meetings, and award ceremonies, all aiming to grow the future generation of farming. The conference was held for the first time in Indianapolis from 2006 to 2012. It returned to the city in 2016, where it has continued to be held. And for our final story today, Indiana stopped giving new child care vouchers last year amid a funding shortfall. Now state officials say the freeze is expected to continue through the end of 2026. Dylan Pierce-McCoy has more.
Nearly 31,000 children are on the wait list for child care vouchers for low-income working families. Indiana officials say they had no choice but to freeze enrollment because the state used temporary federal pandemic aid to expand the program, and that money is gone. Adam Elson is director of the Office of Early Childhood and Out-of-School Learning. He says the state is not going to issue new vouchers unless it can afford to fund them long-term.
We are going to make sure that every voucher that we as an office enroll in the future that we can fund for as long as that family needs that voucher.
Elson says it'll be more than a year before the state reopens enrollment. Indiana daycares are already feeling the impact. Some are cutting staff and reducing the number of children they care for. I'm Dylan Pierce-McCoy.
That's all for today's episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Zach Bundy with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Our news director is Sarah Neal-Estes. Kendall Antron produced our music, and I'm your host, Abriana Herron. If you like today's episode, remember to subscribe and share, and follow WFYI on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube to check in on our newsroom throughout the day. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow.